croquetas. Hello, hola a todos. Croquetas is like the superstar Spanish tapa. Anywhere you go in Spain is gonna be croquetas. So they're made from like Spanish ham, chicken, cod. You can even do vegetable croquetas. It's quite famous to do with mushrooms. So basically I'm gonna do chicken croquetas because it's what my little ones like to eat, and I think it got a lot of protein on it. It's quite a nice meal. They can be freezed in batch, which is lovely. So when I know they're gonna have croquetas in the evening, I just take them out of the freezer by lunchtime, and they are ready to fry in the evening. So yeah, I would love, you to try them and maybe surprise your family and guests. Why not? Let's get on with it. Hola everyone! So we are ready to make croquetas. What we are gonna need is like 4 tablespoons of butter in a pan, and then we are gonna add flour. We're gonna start with 4 tablespoons as well. And then more or less we're gonna add like half a liter of milk. In this case this is gonna be like dairy-free croquetas, so it's oat milk we use. Right, so we're gonna start with bechamel, and basically we are melting the 4 tablespoons of butter, and then right now I'm gonna add, should have something, but okay, I'm gonna add the 4 tablespoons of white flour, like normal flour. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite generous. Right, so let's see how that goes. So basically we need to toast the flour, but don't let it burn. These start to like getting toast, so we can see it's like on the sides it's like bubbling a little bit. So we're gonna like reduce the heat. Oh dear. Probably to the minimum, simmering, and then we add very slowly because we don't want grams. We don't want a grumpy sauce, so very slowly we keep adding the milk. Right, as you can see, like slowly it's getting like more like consistency on the sauce, so we just need to keep going till we have like a nice liquidy sauce. Right, so we are having like the perfect consistency. I'm very happy with this. No lumps, so all the patients have paid the price. So basically at this point we need to make sure we have add salt. We'd say like maybe half a teaspoon, and then a pinch of nutmeg. There we go. Okay, not sure if I add a little bit more. Right, and basically what we need to do now, as my other half says, it needs to have some bubbles. There we go, we're having the bubbles. So for the second step, you can either have like a chicken in the oven, or boiled chicken if you made like a chicken soup, or the other shortcut is you can buy roasted chicken, which is what I done today, first time. It smells delicious, so maybe we're gonna have a few bits by our own for our own lunch, but the rest is gonna go in here. Okay, so just make sure you use the right blade for mincing the chicken. The other big tip is make sure you do this while it's still hot, because if it's very cold then it gets harder, so it's gonna be easy for the blade. So now in a bowl we have our minced chicken. Basically we don't want like a chicken paste, so just mince. And now we're gonna add like the bechamel sauce into the bowl. We're gonna let it cool and then refrigerate and as soon as it got like very, very cold, then we're ready to make the croquetas. So I'm all done. I put the cling film so it will protect in the fridge, and we need to wait till this cools completely before putting on the refrigerator. My recommendation would be to put like on the coldest part on the refrigerator, maybe down where you should put like the meat, because we want these very cold to do the rolling and the shape when it's ready. So at least maybe you can do it tomorrow, or maybe at least maybe you need like 3 good hours on the fridge. Right, in my case I have to blitz a couple of minutes my breadcrumbs because they were like so big, and then what we have here is like 3 bowls. We have like normal flour, 2 beaten eggs, and here we're gonna start adding the breadcrumbs. I wouldn't recommend to put like a lot to start with because we're gonna be like big lumps, and maybe you want to replace the breadcrumbs with like a clean start again. And this is my plate. I just decided to have a plate that can go in the freezer. Hope you all can see what I am doing. If not, I'll move the camera. Wash your hands, first thing. Second thing is you can try a spoon. I mean, probably the challenge is to have them all on the same size. So now it's very cold. Try to roll them. Okay, so we roll like in a sausage. And then what we do is, just try to press a little bit. And then what we do is coat lightly in the flour. Okay. Then we coat lightly in egg. And then what I'll do here probably is I'll just mix a little bit to make sure they are all coated in breadcrumbs. So this is like the end result. So I'll put in the plate and I'll keep going. Right, one thing that helps maybe is do the first step, which is like trying to do the same shape, and then we're ready to do like a second and third. Look at these beauties. So these are gonna go in the freezer, maybe like half an hour, and then I'm gonna pop them out and put in a freezer bag so it can be frozen individually. One thing I've forgotten is that traditionally you do like a little bit of onion, very thin, fried in the pan with some olive oil, and then is when you add like the butter and the flour. But because my little ones are a little bit fussy with the onion flavors, I skip that step, but please feel free to add the onion and step number 0, and then you do the bechamel and all the steps. So we are ready to fry the croquetas. I would use like normal olive oil, not like extra virgin, and then ideally would go on a deep fry pan. But because these are dairy free, and sometimes I have like dairy free with non-dairy free, we want to use as less oil as possible. I know this is a Japanese pan, so Spanish tapas, Japanese pan, there we go. So basically I'm not gonna use like a lot, to be honest, just light coating. Okay, and then when the oil is quite hot, okay, we want to just keep them golden brown, and then they will be ready. So this is what we want. I would recommend to keep an eye because they can burn very easily, and it is quite quick anyway. So we just keep an eye, and basically as soon as they are golden brown, we're gonna like keep rolling. Once the croquetas are ready, make sure you put like a kitchen towel, paper towel, to absorb like the oil, and these are like perfect and ready to eat.